I thought it might be a good idea to explain my approaches here with a number of things, because it occurred to me from the outside looking in, might appear a little too unconventional. So,
Cue appropriated theme music.
resonant power of storytelling and symbology is very important to me, especially when it comes to describing things that are very difficult to surmise in their totality. Some things are easier to understand if they're presented symbolically or in a story. It's more mimetic, as in a meme. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, well, what does that say about a meme? It's almost like a mimetic language, a language of the unconscious, if you will. Also, funny thing, if you can get creative about overwhelming things and uniquely complex conundrums, you might be surprised how that can help to thaw some of the most frozen of places. Within, without. Like an art therapy kind of thing, but with a bit more to it than that. When it comes to my digital form here, well, that's for a number of reasons. I had started developing an intellectual property a few years back when I had the resources and influence to do so. This is after quite a bit of work in preparation. And I'd been developing it for quite some time. So that's where a lot of the themes come from, and the whole agency thing, and the agent thing, and all that. But it's also a fun way of dealing with these unique issues, the narcissism debacle, being on the receiving end of it. It's a creative exercise. And as I said, it can be very helpful in disentangling from and thawing some of the most frozen places. What I mean by that is trauma. There's any number of ways to do this. Creative writing. I'm taking a bit more of a holistic approach. I'm also very uncomfortable being on camera, so there's that. Beyond the point of it being a practice thing, that's more of an environmental issue. Interpersonal environmental issue. And some. Amazing how things change rather quickly when not in it. Been working on it quite a bit across the spectrum. Those who know just how uniquely pernicious and encapsulating these issues are. And mine went very far, unfortunately, so it's been quite a slog. I mean, it went really, really, really far. And deeply cutting. Down to the core and past. Multiple times over. And it was somewhat of a quadruple whammy. The Narc Gauntlet, as somewhat of a colleague called it. And that's unfortunately kind of what it takes for some of us, especially who grew up with this kind of stuff. You know, it's just development. It's developmental psychology. It's how these things work. and family of origin theory. And it's not going anywhere until you get down to it. But first, you gotta reveal it and feel it in order to heal it. Oh no. So is that too. Keeping your head amidst the wasteland of gaslighting, chronic invalidation, systematic erosion of your standards, your sense of self, identity, your values. That's a big challenge. So, complex problems require complex problem solving and creative solutions, and a bit of trial and error, experimental, but not without relatively resonant pillars in there that have been tried and true for quite some time, in any number of other ways. So yeah, when it comes to the language of the unconscious thing, it's like a mimetic language. And there is a language in there. The unconscious speaks, in a sense, in stories, symbols, patterns, complex data packets, sensations, sonar, if you will, and some. Sonar. The sonar thing is, in my experience, a combination. When one's inner faculties are integrated enough and cleaned and cleared out and leveled up, nurtured, given adequate nutrition, perhaps for the first time ever, oh my goodness, you might just find some unconventional sensory modalities. Not entirely unlike something akin to sonar, sort of. Energy awareness is another big one. That's a real big one. If anybody might want to look into that, I found someone by the name of Ellie Frost to be uniquely beneficial in that department. She's here on the YouTube, amongst a number of other places, but that's where I'd recommend her first and foremost, her videos. So that's a big part of it. Narcissism debacle or not, energy awareness, my experience, muy importante, big time. So yeah, that's the approach in a nutshell. Hope that makes a little bit more sense about how I might do things around here. Also, I figured, with so many people talking about this stuff, why not do something a little different, and why not have a little fun with it on top of everything else? I mean, why not? That in and of itself is kind of like a shadow work exercise. It's alchemical. It's a healing thing. It's been effective in any number of ways. Kind of hoping to maybe demonstrate that a little bit. What can be done? Even in dire circumstances, sometimes. You never know. Alrighty. I think that's about it for this one. So, thanks for tuning in. And until next time.